Hello and welcome to Yoga for 13. I'm Tauni, and today I'm going to be leading you in a gentle Vinyasa flow practice that emphasizes opening up the shoulders. So I hope you enjoy the class. If you do, please consider subscribing and sharing it with a friend. Let's get started. So we're going to begin our class today in a child's pose. Taking the feet together, knees wide, lower down into the pose. Gently close your eyes. Choose to be present on your mat. Choose to let go of the things that you cannot control. And choose gratitude. Gratitude for our time on the mat and for our bodies. And whatever it else is that you're thankful for today, acknowledge that. And I encourage you to set your own personal intention for your time on the mat. Begin to lengthen your breath. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. With every exhale, soften, let go. Begin to press up into a tabletop position, tops of the feet into the mat, shoulders over wrist. Begin to thread the needle, taking the right arm underneath you, palm is up, keeping the hips lifted, lower down to the mat. Gently pulling that arm back to deepen the stretch throughout the back of the shoulder and that upper back. Lifting back up into the tabletop and switching sides. Palm is up as you lower down. Taking the head and the back of the shoulder to the mat, gently pull that arm back. Lifting into your tabletop. As you inhale, open the chest, gaze forward for cow pose. Exhale, round the spine for cat. Again, inhale and exhale. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Finding a neutral spine, extend your right arm forward and press back through the left heel. Releasing to the mat and switching sides, extending your left arm and right leg. Bringing the hands and knees back to the mat. Turn your toes down into the mat and begin to sit the hips back as you extend the arms forward for extended child's pose. Stretching throughout the entire back side, including the feet. Begin to come forward, lift the hips up, downward facing dog. Gently pedaling out your feet. And then find stillness. Keeping the knees slightly bent, if that feels better for your back. As you inhale, lift the right leg up for one-leg dog. Exhale, draw the knee through the chest, taking the foot to the mat, dropping that back knee to the mat. Walk it up. Take that breath, sink into the hips. Reach the arms up, interlace the hands, press the palms up to the sky, and gently open the chest as the shoulders slide down your back. Bringing the eyes back forward, hands frame that forward foot. Lift the back knee up off the mat into this runner's lunge, pressing back through the heel, gaze forward, and then step the back foot forward, bending your knees deeply. Place the belly on the thighs, relax the head and neck. Cradle those elbows in the opposite palms and start to sway side to side for ragdoll. Coming to the center and finding stillness. Releasing the hands. Take the hands to the shins, gaze forward for your half lift as you straighten the legs. As you exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand, sweeping the arms up over the head, bringing the hands to the heart center. As you inhale, reach your arms up. Swan dive, fold forward. Half lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale and fold. Stepping back to plank pose, pressing the hips up and back for downward facing dog. Begin to lift the left leg. Stepping the foot forward, drop the back knee to the mat. Begin to walk the hands above the knee. Take that breath, and as you exhale, sink into the hips. Inhale, arms come up, interlace, palms up to the sky. Gaze up, pull those arms back, trying to keep the biceps in line with the ears. Open the chest. Bringing the hands down, lift the back knee up, runner's lunge. Gazing forward, step the back foot forward. Deeply bend the knees, fold. Inhale, gaze forward, flatten the back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise up to stand. Hands to heart, Samasthiti. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Swan dive, fold forward. Half lift, gaze forward, shoulders pull back. And fold. Stepping back to plank pose, shoulders over wrist. Shift forward and lower all the way to the mat in a straight line. Flip the feet over, press into the top of the mat as you lift the chest for cobra. Press up and back, downward facing dog. Begin to look forward and step to the top of your mat. Bending both knees, sit your hips back as the arms come up for chair pose, Utkatasana. Hands to heart, Samasthiti. Keeping the right foot planted, step the left foot back for warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2. Taking that right arm close to the body, add eagle arms, palms together or back of the hands. Continuing to gaze forward. To deepen the stretch, lift the elbows up slightly. Lengthening the arms back out, straighten that forward leg. Reach forward into triangle pose. Begin to sweep that left arm behind the back, grabbing onto the thigh or the shirt or wherever you can grab. Gently open that left shoulder back. Extending the arms. Inhale and rise up. Turning the toes forward, reach up. Exhale, standing straddle. Walking the hands through the legs. Bringing the hands up underneath you, lengthen the spine. Hands to the waist, rise up. Turning the left foot to the back of the mat. Warrior 2. Be sure your shoulders are over hips. Sweep the left arm close to you, add eagle arms. Lifting the elbows to deepen the stretch. Begin to extend the arms and straighten that forward leg. Reach forward into triangle pose, Trikonasana. Finding alignment over that forward leg. Sweep the right arm behind the back. Open up the shoulder. half bind. Begin to extend the arms, then lift all the way up, turning those toes forward in line with the heels. Interlace the hands behind you. You can always use a towel. Open up by binding the hands. Hinge forward, standing straddle with chest expansion. Allow gravity to help you here. Top of the head reaching for the mat. Really breathe into those shoulders. Allow them to open. Releasing the hands down, lift up halfway. Hands to the waist, rise up. Stepping the feet together. Let's balance. Softening the knees. Balance on that right foot. Lift the left leg up as high as you can as you wrap it around. You can always use a kickstand on the floor if that's best for you. That left arm comes underneath the right, palms together, lift up. Eagle pose. Standing knee is bent. Gently release the arms and the legs, shake that out. It's okay if you wobble, don't worry about it. You probably saw me wobbling, so soften those knees. Pick up the right foot as high as you can, wrap it around. Right arm underneath left, eagle pose. Steady your breath. Slowly release, shake that out, step to the top of your mat. You're doing a great job. Reach those arms up. Swan dive, fold forward. Half lift, gaze forward. And fold. Stepping back to plank pose. Shift forward, lower all the way to the mat in a straight line. Elbows in. Flip the feet over, lift into cobra pose. Exhale, back to down dog. Steady your breath. Find your pose. Begin to lift the right leg up. Bringing the knee into the chest and out to the side. We're going to lower down for pigeon pose. Top of the back foot finds the mat. Begin to lower down. So if this pose is not accessible to you, you can always make the same shape from your back and just use your arms to guide into the hip stretch. So find what works for you. Begin to walk the hands back in. Swing that back leg around. Placing the right foot on the inner thigh, sit up tall. Exhale over. Begin to rise. Bend both knees, find your sits bones, lean back. Let's do a boat pose, lifting the feet up off the floor. Option to extend the legs or keep them bent. Begin to come forward, cross the ankles, step or float back to down dog. Begin to lift the left leg. Bringing that knee forward and out, lowering down for that pigeon pose or flipping to the back. Walking the hands back. Swing that back leg around. Left foot to the inner thigh. Sit up tall. Hinge forward from the hips. Lengthen over that extended leg. Begin to release from the pose. Find those sits bones. Leaning back, boat pose. Releasing from the pose, lower all the way down to the mat, hugging the knees into the chest. Placing the feet on the mat, knees over ankles, arms to your sides. Begin to press the hips up for bridge pose as you walk your shoulders together, binding the hands or grabbing onto the elbows, the wrist. Releasing the hands. Pulling the right knee into the chest as the left leg extends out. Dropping the knee across for your spine twist, connecting your shoulders to the mat. Returning to your back as you extend the right leg. Left knee comes into the chest. Gently pull down. Releasing into your spine twist. Coming onto your back, hugging the knees to the chest one more time. Checking in with your intention, remaining present on your mat. Begin to extend the legs out for Shavasana, final relaxation. Relaxing your shoulders as the palms open, gently closing your eyes. Find stillness, find peace. I'll be back with you in just a moment. When you feel ready, begin to deepen your breath, adding movement back into the hands and feet, bending the knees, rolling to your right side, where we pause. Once again, acknowledging gratitude for our time on the mat and for whatever else it is you're thankful for today. Then help yourself up to have a seat. You did amazing. Let's reach those arms up over the head, bringing the hands to a prayer at our hearts. And from my heart to yours, namaste. Have a blessed day, and thank you so much for joining me for class. Hope to see you again soon.